So to be honest, what's apparent now is that Troost is not just a street in our city that divides us, but it's really a line of division in each of our hearts.
That anyone who's been around Kansas City for more than a day knows that Troost Avenue has been a dividing line in Kansas City forever.
Yes.
Literally forever. Racially, socially, economically. And being located here at the corner of 31st and Troost, again, we have the dining room open. It provides an opportunity for people who would have no other reason, no other opportunity to come together, to meet, to eat together.
We have to have our hearts shifted. We have to do the hard heart work that builds empathy, builds trust, and we have to be willing to come in with cultural humility, not having all the answers.
So Thelma and her husband David started Reconciliation Services 37 years ago, and out of that, Thelma had what was called Grace's Kitchen, where people could come and obtain food, but it was a trade, it was an exchange. Mm-hmm. And so that's really our belief here at Thelma's is food for an exchange. Mm-hmm. We provide healthy, affordable eating, so we are not free. We're not a soup kitchen. We have choices. Most of our clients don't get choices.
We're not trying to do for somebody. We're trying to walk with and do with somebody. And when we do that, something really special happens.
So we do have a donation-based model with $3 donation for a meal. If someone can't donate $3, we do have tokens that are paid ahead that people purchase online for $11. And then we hand those out at the window. Okay. And that just removes any stress, sure. Right? Because somebody that is food insecure is struggling, and we want as much grace to happen as possible.
So Thelma's, the model is it's a donate what you can community cafe. Okay. So when you come to eat at Thelma's, there's a minimum donation, there's a recommended donation, there's also a minimum donation.
Okay.
So if you're not able to meet the minimum donation, then you can volunteer for 30 minutes to work. So it's not a handout, it's not charity, it's fair trade for your labor and your skills and your gifts for a great nutritious meal. Now,
when I arrived here, we had just started the box lunch program. Okay. So at the start of the pandemic, we had tried to do like free meals, and we pushed out thousands and thousands of meals out of Thelma's kitchen just for the public. But we realized that sort of wasn't our mission per se, that we really were like a pay what you kind of can cafe. And so folks who order through our box lunch program, they help pay it forward for folks at our window who otherwise could not afford to eat. And then if people really can't afford to eat, we also have pay it forward tokens that our kind friends in Kansas City have donated to us so that we can make sure that everybody gets a meal and everybody is fed.
Unfortunately, when COVID hit, we had to wind up closing the dining room. So we transitioned to doing box lunches.
Okay.
And it was something we actually had always planned on doing. But this it forced it. And actually, it's something that we're going to continue even once we can reopen the dining room. This is restaurant quality food. It's plated. It's plated up front. So there's typically a choice of soup, entree, vegetable, salad, etc. So it's real silverware.
I love it.
Real plates.
It gives a dignity.
Absolutely. And in fact, people that are serving it in line, we're very conscious, and we train them that plate don't look like it comes to you from a restaurant.
Yes, sir.
It's not just throw the food on there.
That's right.
Make sure that it's presented in a certain way, so that it's not only nutritious and delicious, but it's also very presentation. So that's very, very important.
So Reconciliation Services is bringing those three things together. We serve about 5,000 people or more. I think it was 5,300 people last year, individuals with social and trauma therapy services, with economic community building services, and then really working on community revitalization and breaking down the drastic loneliness and isolation that still exists on the East Side. So,
think about it. If you have been homeless or marginally housed for years, where's your certificate? You can't do it. You can't get a job. You can't get government assistance. I mean, you got to have this. That's the service. Also, do emergency services, program utilities, those types of things.
We also have community stewards that are down while the cafe is open, so that if we have a neighbor that really is having a bad day and struggling, we have immediate service available to them, that maybe we can get them plugged in to a need that they didn't even know they had.
When we build a relationship in Thelma's Kitchen, then we earn the privilege of stepping into a crisis with a friend and really earning trust, really being there when somebody needed it. Then once we do those first two steps, we're then afforded the opportunity through that relationship and through that trust to get to the deeper heart matters, if they exist, where we can talk about counseling and therapy and healing.
We have a program that helps business leaders and helps train and educate them on what we call trauma-informed leadership.
Wow.
It's called social leader.
Each of us has a barrier that really needs to be looked at. But this is what I would end with. I think a great leader in today's day and age must take on the work of becoming a social leader.
And so we really strive. Thelma's legacy is one of just peace and sustenance on this corner. Just really try and give a hand up instead of a hand out.
We are striving as a nonprofit organization to bring together the best of business best practices, both in the way that we innovate, the way that we manage, the way that we operate in the city. So the best of business, the best of faith, meaning that business is an amoral thing. To me, it needs moral men and women to push the market in moral directions. And faith, not just mine, but other faiths, do a really great job of putting the bumpers on business and kind of making sure that we do the best that we can to maintain and to value the personhood of those that we work with, those that we buy from, and those that we sell to.